Boxing's been featured as a women's sport at the Olympics. What does that mean for boxing and for women boxers in general?
I think it's brilliant. I think a lot of people had the reservations to start.
You had some concerns, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Then all of a sudden, I was down there on Monday when Nicola boxed and Savannah and Natasha Jonas boxed, and they were unbelievable. Skill, timing, technique. And I'm a massive supporter of how these girls were performing. I think Nicola, smart, technical, committed, reminded me of one or two fighters that come out of here. And that's all you need to get to the top, and she's doing exactly what's asked of her.
And what happens to Nicola? Should she win gold today? What happens to her career after that?
That's the big question, because there's not a massive market for professional women boxers in the UK. So it takes a young imaginative promoter to say, you know what, I'm going to start putting them on my bills and start promoting professional boxing for women. It is in Germany, it is in the States, but in the UK at the moment, no. So we don't know whether or not she'll be happy to travel abroad to box as a professional, or stay amateur and stay a star.
Okay, thank you both very much. I know everyone here will be keenly watching that fight later on today, and of course hoping that not only can Nicola take gold, but also go on being a pioneer for this very new Olympic sport. Back to you.
Jane, thanks very much. Nicola Adams in action at 4:30 this afternoon. You see, you'd think, actually, you think it's new.
Yes.
And it's sort of slightly controversial. People say, well, should women be boxing? But
it was a demonstration sport in the St. Louis Games of 1904. Women competed in knickerbockers. Things have moved on, happily, since then. But it's been around, I think the earliest bout was recorded about 1722, banned in this country in the 1850s. And it was only in 1996 that the British Amateur Boxing Association allowed women to fight under its auspices. So it's got a very, very long history, though.
Not first time at the Olympics. Later in the programme, we're looking ahead to British medal prospects in the open water swimming with Kerry-Anne Payne. She's only swimming 10 kilometres. That's in 20 minutes' time.
Yeah. But time now to get the news, the travel and the weather, wherever you're starting your day.
Hello, good morning. You're watching Breakfast from BBC Spotlight. An investigation by BBC South West has found that 4 out of 5 council-run schools in Devon contain asbestos, while in Cornwall it's 7 out of 10. Gina Lees from North Devon is among 228 teachers over the last 30 years who've died from mesothelioma, a fatal disease caused by asbestos exposure. Her husband Michael is fighting for the material to be removed from all schools.
Back in the 1980s, 3 school teachers died in a year of asbestos exposure of mesothelioma, and the latest figure is 16. And so the numbers are rising. And of course the disturbing thing is, for every teacher, there are probably 20 children in the class, and so children are more vulnerable to the dangers of asbestos.
Well, councils say they follow health and safety guidelines which advise asbestos shouldn't be disturbed unnecessarily. The government says it's working hard to make sure it's managed properly in schools and to safeguard pupils and staff. The Olympics have provided an international spotlight for businesses in Dorset to showcase their work. Events to help them demonstrate what they can do for potential investors have been held all week. The marketing opportunity was organised by the government department, which helps traders export goods and services together with local businesses. The family of a young woman killed in a landslide on a Dorset beach have set up a charity fund in her memory. 22-year-old Charlotte Blackman from Derbyshire died on Hive Beach in Burton Bradstock last month. The university graduate hoped to start a teaching career, having spent time caring for autistic children. The Charlotte Blackman Memorial Fund hopes to raise funds for autistic and vulnerable children. Onto the region's roads. It's a fairly quiet start to the day. In Exeter, one lane is closed for roadworks. That's on the A30 Honiton Road westbound. And at East Lou, there's telecoms works on St Martin's Road. So I'm afraid you can expect some delays if you're heading that way this morning. Well, let's see what the weather has in store for us, though. And I'm pleased to say Emily is here with us this morning.
Thank you, Heidi. Hello, good morning. There is some sunshine to come today. We do have some mist and some fog patches at first. Most of those should disappear and then sunshine to come. Very light winds at the moment. We've got a large area of high pressure settling in place over the UK. Most of the inland mist and fog should disappear with the sun. It is parts of the coast at risk of seeing some of that mistiness throughout the day. But for most of us, we should see some good sunny spells during this afternoon. Feeling warm in that sun as well. Highs of 22 or 23 Celsius. For the Channel Islands, some good sunny spells here as well to come throughout the day. Very warm in that sun.